at every stage of your life, even at the age of 5. Because you are engaging with youngsters. And youngsters don't want to see somebody who looks like shit. They want to see somebody that they want to be. They want to see a supermodel. They want to see somebody who drives a nice car. They don't want to see, I would look like you if I did what you said. And you look like nothing. And you're walking in the street and you have nothing. That's not a good look, guys. Do your basic things. Lead where you are. You don't need me to tell you that. Look in the mirror. How can any politician in this continent put their head on the pillow every night and say, God, I did a good job today?
Therefore, public participation is a key in our democracy in this country. We have a democracy, but we have at least brought into our democracy, which is in our constitution. You can't do anything without public participation. You know, anything. In terms of the legislature, you know, the laws that are being made, in terms of the bylaws in the municipality, there must be a public participation process. That's what we've added in our democracy. How I wish everywhere else. Which is different from America. In America, the Obama party, once they get elected for 5 years, that's it. You know, they will do what they said when you elected them they are going to do. You will only have an opportunity after 5 years to change them if you are not happy. But in South Africa, it's completely different.
But there still has to be accountability. You know, we have in our government, like I'll just talk about customs, you know, there's oversight committees, congressional oversight committees. And if things get too out of whack, they're going to haul these people up to the hill and they're going to rake them over the coals. And then there's a government accountability office, which is an independent agency that's asked by Congress to look at this or look at that. I'll give you an example. This is a customs example. We use the system to release goods. And what we have is the importer and the carrier post a bond to secure their obligations for the revenue, for the duties. Well, sometimes people abuse that bonded system. And for example, and I'll talk about it later, there's a gentleman who basically smuggled a whole bunch of goods into the United States, like $100 million worth of goods. Okay, that's a lot of money. But anyhow, sometimes there are weaknesses in programs, or there are weaknesses in the programs, or they're not, either the laws are not.
Okay? What's interesting for me is that professionalism also speaks about status. We become professionals because we want to increase and improve our status, for whatever reason that is. This is the dangerous one.
Yeah.
This is the dangerous one.
Bad apple.
Correct. Now, it's not necessarily a dangerous one. It depends on your attitude towards that status. When you are successful, anticipate that there will be people that will not celebrate your success. Excellence talks about excelling. It talks about quality, the quality with which it's the best quality. It talks about the talent which you have, but important is everybody may have this. It's a pursuit. It's not something that you necessarily just get to and you get to hold on to it and you sit. There's constant working on being an excellent in professional.
Very powerful way. I can challenge you this morning. Get prepared. Your life will be changed. I know it's not a magical process, We will need to work at it. But as we go through it, you will understand how basically I can change my life, how I can change others. So basically we're going to just cover 5 pillars on how to be a successful leader. Your greatest opportunities in life lies when you push boundaries. Not in your comfort zone.
When you fail.
Definitely not in your comfort zone. And when you start pushing boundaries, then you start realizing how strong you are. A person with positive attitude can do anything. I've seen that many, many times, and I'm sure you have seen it.
Yeah, I too.
Could be in this area. As you can see, other than the 1 quarter where we touched, well, the Western Cape touched around 6%, South Africa didn't, we've never got up to that point. Not since sometime here where the graph is not shown. It's a severe challenge for the South African economy because employment creation without growth.
Plenty of people staying in the West Coast has been identified as a green hub. So what the city is doing there is that they've introduced things such as investment incentives for the area specifically. They're also promoting it as a green hub in the sense of putting out city land potentially for manufacturers of green technology, wind turbines, etc. Though I know some of this has been delayed as a result of the national electrical supplier being Eskom delaying their own buyback agreements of power from other forms of energy apart from those being supplied by the national supplier.
Others. It should be inclusive others. If the leader doesn't include others, then that is not leadership. And also should lead with a vision. If it's just a leader without knowing where to go, that is not leadership. You should know where to go and what's the purpose for you to go there.
Donc les qualités d'un bon leader, c'est avoir le courage,
So a good leader must have the courage,
avoir l'écoute
being capable to listen,
avant toute prise de décision,
being able to take good decisions,
avoir le respect envers les autres,
that a leader should be able to lead because it's the right thing to do and not for personal gain. Secondly, building a stronger relationship with the people, making sure that he is aware of both the professional person as well as the private person. This will give the person a sense of
visionary, leading with a purpose, for a purpose, while at the same time being inclusive, putting the people at the center of their own development, to build a society where men can live in harmony and prosper together.
We're so proud to network together during these learning sessions. Leadership quit. This topic is so profound that we cannot conclude what it is all about in few words. But from what we learned, we did retain some aspect of leadership. Leadership is all about dealing with challenges. It is all about finding practical solutions to problems that people, society, or ourselves we're facing daily.
We need a sacrificial leader, and we need sacrificial leaders, leaders who can give up their life, like Father Nelson Mandela, that he said, if I cannot see black and white together, then I have to die for that cause.
Leading is a constant learning process. That's one thing I've learned. You don't stop learning. Like our encouragement lady said earlier, you don't stop learning. You learn throughout your life. Whether you're young, whether you're small, whether you're old, you learn until you actually leave this world.
this, and I learned about this influential leadership program from my colleagues at work, and it is really a great program. I would really love everyone in this country to attend such a conference, especially I would like to invite women to come to such a conference to be empowered, develop, and get the tools, the skills they need for the development of not only themselves. What we learned is that you can have a vision, but this vision should be shared with others, and you should be part of the vision that you have. And that when we are leading, that leaders should not only think about themselves and their own benefits, they have to think about the benefits of the community, of their family, of people out there who are suffering. That we should be able to also invest and develop and empower people out there. That leadership should be sacrificial. We have to give up something, that we have to work hard, and that we have to empower ourselves, strengthen ourselves, and not think that this is only how far I can go. We have to think broader than what it is and where we are, so that we can end up somewhere far. And also, when we are getting up in the corporate ladder, we must also look in such a way that when we look down, that the ladder is still standing for other people to climb and also come where we are, and that we have to empower people to be bigger than us. Let us not put the focus on ourselves, but on our communities or people who are leading in our companies. So now we learned about the 5 pillars of effective leadership. People who are not just not there to gain power for themselves, but who is plowing back in the community, who is sacrificing, and who is having a heart of a servant, like the one of David that we learned, and we can also add the one of Joshua. Joshua, when he took over from Moses. These are the types of things that we learned that everyone should really attend. And we are definitely, and I am definitely going to take this ILP program up in Namibia, and I believe that more people will attend next time from our country, and this is a great program. It can just go greater, greater, and better, better. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. God bless.
Commentaire à faire par rapport au séminaire que je viens d'assister, au séminaire Influential Leadership, dont l'occasion m'a été donnée par Madame Madeleine et les autres organisateurs. C'est dire tout simplement que c'est une aubaine pour moi. Une aubaine pour moi parce que nous voulons devenir un leader éclairé, un leader influent au sein de l'Afrique. Les enseignements que je viens de recevoir sont d'importance capitale. Capitale pour moi-même, capitale pour la société dans laquelle je travaille, capitale pour le ministère des Affaires foncières et du domaine public, capitale aussi pour ma famille, capitale surtout pour l'Afrique. En fait, ce sont ces genres d'enseignements où tous les leaders politiques, tous les chefs d'entreprise devraient venir apprendre, assister, renforcer leurs capacités managériales de façon à ce que le Congo, tout particulièrement les entreprises congolaises, aillent de l'avant, aspirent au développement économique. J'ai appris comment devenir un leader influent, un leader qui pourrait drainer, qui pourrait donner la voix à d'autres suivre. Il faut avoir le courage, il faut avoir l'humilité, il faut avoir le dépassement en soi, il faut être pragmatique. Il faut être, disons, un peu tout, mais sans oublier les notions religieuses, parce que vous ne pouvez pas être humble, vous ne pouvez pas vous occuper des autres, vous ne pouvez pas non plus vraiment drainer tout ce monde-là si vous n'avez pas sincèrement des notions religieuses. C'est ce que j'ai appris, mais ayant appris, je repars au Congo. Ici à Cape Town, c'est vraiment le modèle, n'est-ce pas, que bon nombre de villes, bon nombre de pays devaient suivre. Je remercie tout particulièrement Madame Boubou, je remercie surtout ceux-là qui ont participé avec moi, notamment les courageuses namibiennes, les Nigériens, les Sud-Africains. Je repars comblé d'avoir appris, comblé de vouloir, n'est-ce pas, transposer, transmettre ces connaissances à d'autres.
I'm Gail. I'm from Sisisa Ukanyo. We Bring Light. It's a tourism cultural group where we exchange our students from all over the world. From this group, I've learned so much. I've learned about leadership, influential leadership, leadership about empathy, leadership all about being loved and to love and to give of yourself. Leadership that requires honesty and transparency. Leadership that requires everything that you can give back to the community you